Howdy Red Dead fans, and welcome. I'm Outlaws from the West, and today on the channel we are talking about valuables locations in Red Dead Online. These locations will come in handy whether you are looking to complete the Sell 3 Valuables to Offense daily, looking to complete the Sell Valuables to Offense award, or if you are just looking for a quick way to score a little extra money. With the help of some friends, I've identified 12 locations around the map where you can pick up valuables to sell to offense. Some can be found in local towns, some are more off the beaten path, but all of them are guaranteed to have at least one valuable for you to loot. Before we get started with the list, please note these locations will take 24 hours to reset. So if you were to collect a valuable from our first location at 8 a.m. on Monday, real world, the valuable wouldn't respawn at that location again until 8 a.m. on Tuesday, real world. If you were to check the location at 7 a.m. on Tuesday, real world, there wouldn't be anything there. With that said, let's head to our first location, Blackwater. Nestled on the western shore of Flatiron Lake in the state of West Elizabeth, Blackwater is the closest thing to an actual city on this side of the map. And like any self-respecting city, Blackwater is home to one of Red Dead Online's saloons. It is here at the Blackwater Saloon where we'll find our first valuable. Head past the bar and the piano player, up the stairs and past the empty blackjack table to the nightstand with the red light. Open the drawer, and on the inside, you'll find the first valuable. For our second location, we are staying in West Elizabeth, but heading north of Blackwater and north of Strawberry to Hanging Dog Ranch. Upon entering the main house, but before heading upstairs, we can find two valuables tucked away in this cabinet. This location also doubles as a hideout and a rival moonshiner location from time to time, so be sure to keep an eye out for those as you approach. And don't forget to grab the tarot card from the kitchen table if you're lucky enough to be here on a day when the card is also here. Staying in West Elizabeth but heading east will bring us to our third location, Painted Sky. In Red Dead Redemption 2's story mode, Arthur has a rather comical interaction with the caretaker of Painted Sky, Mr. Roble. In Red Dead Online, we don't get to interact with Mr. Roble in the same manner Arthur does, but all the same, Mr. Roble was kind enough to leave his valuables out for us. Simply head inside the house and approach the side table between the two bedroom doors to find the valuable here. For our fourth location, we'll leave West Elizabeth behind and head east into New Hanover. There, at a little homestead to the east of Valentine called Firwood Rise, we'll find our next valuable location. Like Hanging Dog Ranch, Firwood Rise also doubles as a hideout and rival moonshiner location, so keep an eye out for those as you approach. Once you've dealt with any squatters, you can find the valuables on the dresser in the bedroom. Location number 5 is one of those off the beaten path locations I mentioned earlier in the video. In the foothills of Grizzly East, to the northeast of Emerald Ranch and southeast of O'Crea's Run, is a little shack called Martha's Swain. What it lacks in size, it makes up for in value, as Martha's Swain is one of only a few locations where we can find multiple valuables. The first can be found inside the nightstand in the kitchen. The other can be found on top of the nightstand in the bedroom. Before you leave, be sure to also look around for a tarot card or family heirloom, as one of those can be found at this location on most days. We'll head south now to the state of Lemoyne for our next 6 locations, starting with Hill Haven Ranch. You may have heard other players refer to this location as Maddock Pond due to the nearby pond which is labeled on the map, but the official name for this location is Hill Haven Ranch. Here, inside the main house, you'll find the valuable in the easternmost bedroom, inside one of the drawers of the cabinet. Sadly, you'll need to open the drawers from bottom to top in order to reach the correct one. Heading south from Hill Haven Ranch to Rhodes, we'll find our next valuables location at the Parlor House. Inside the parlor house, we can find 2 bedrooms. The bedroom on the south side will occasionally have a family heirloom in the chest at the foot of the bed. But since our focus today is on valuable locations, we want the bedroom on the north side. Enter the bedroom, and on the vanity next to the window, we can find our next valuable. Continuing south from Rhodes, we'll find our next valuables location at Braithwaite Manor. It'll be some time before Hosea takes Sean for tea and cribbage with Ma Braithwaite, but that doesn't have to stop us from collecting the valuable. Head inside, up the spiral staircase, and into the first bedroom on the left. The valuables can be found on the nightstand. And stop me when you've heard this before, keep an eye out for a family heirloom. One can sometimes be found on the fireplace mantle in this same room, and other times it can be found in the chest at the foot of the bed in the master bedroom. Our next location has us leaving the quiet countryside behind in favor of the bustling city of Saint-Denis. You'll need a bounty wagon to get the valuables from this location, but if you've got one, head over to Angelo Bronte's mansion in the northwest part of the city. It'll be a while before Arthur, Dutch, and John find themselves squished on Bronte's couch, but the Italian strongman was kind enough to leave a pair of valuables for us in the wardrobe in his upstairs bedroom. My first time here, I was worried about the attention the gunfire would draw, but having done this more than just a handful of times now, I can tell you this isn't anything to worry about. Heading north out of Saint-Denis, we find ourselves at our 10th location, Le Quai. This is yet another location where we can occasionally find a hideout or a rival moonshiner operation. It also plays a pivotal role late in Chapter 5 of Red Dead Redemption 2's story mode. Long before Dutch and the gang move in, our online characters can find the valuables in the southern building on top of a nightstand in the bedroom. This is also another location where tarot cards and family heirlooms can be found, so keep an eye out for those. Moving west across the swamp, we'll find our final Lemoyne location at Hagen Orchards. Upon arriving, head through the front door and turn immediately left. Against the wall, next to the fireplace, you'll find a wardrobe. Inside, you'll find a potent miracle tonic and another little pink box which contains our valuables. You might also find a family heirloom here, and occasionally there will be a tarot card on the other side of the room. Get your miner's cap and a jacket you don't mind getting dirty. For our final valuable location, we'll be heading north to the mining town of Annisburg. Upon arriving in town, head to the red and white building, up the stairs to the uppermost floor, and over to the foreman's office. Inside the desk, once again opening the drawers from the ground up, you'll find the valuables. Now that you've got your valuables, head to the fence in either Van Horn, Saint-Denis, Rhodes, or Thieves Landing to sell your items. I personally like to hold on to at least 3 items in the event tomorrow brings another Sell 3 daily. Remember to check your awards page from time to time so you can reset this award for gold. Now, if I haven't already earned your like, I'll give you a couple of extra tips. First, after every interaction you have with enemy NPCs, hideouts, defend the campsites, ambushes, etc., be sure to loot the bodies, because you never know when you might loot a valuable, such as a belt buckle, a ring, or maybe even a gold tooth. All of which you can sell to a fence in addition to the items you find at the locations in this video. Second, many of the revenue agent roadblocks will include a wagon with a lockbox in the back. Inside the lockbox, you'll find a gold pocket watch, which can also be sold to a fence. Before I end the video, I'd like to acknowledge the fact that several of these locations were brought to my attention by members of the Red Dead Online community. Specifically, Braytech Martin was a huge help with multiple locations, and Key was helpful with the foreman's office in Annisburg. So a very big thank you to both of them. You can find links to both of their channels in the description of this video. Please help me thank them by supporting their channels with a subscription. Hopefully at this point I've earned your like and subscription, but if you're still on the fence, you can check out more of my videos by heading over to my channel. There, you'll find a ton of gaming content. In addition to Red Dead content, I also do content for God of War, Assassin's Creed, and Horizon, among others. I also live stream Red Dead Online most Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays. If you're interested in hanging out for those, make sure you turn on your notifications and set them to all. Till next time, take care.